At 5, a car accident early Saturday morning left one woman dead and 2 others hurt, and a family now displaced. Well, now the homeowner is calling on city leaders to take action before another person dies. Fox 13's Dominique Dillon is joining us in Fraser tonight. Dominique, the woman told you that this is not the first time that someone has crashed into her home. It's also not the first time that we've talked with her about drivers in her neighborhood, in fact.
No, it's not, Darcy. We spoke with this woman about 8 years ago. One of her complaints, people in her neighborhood speeding down the street in front of her home. Now, 7 years ago, she tells us someone crashed into her home, and fortunately, there wasn't nearly as much damage as you see here today. But once again, fast forward 7 years later, and there's so much damage. There's an indentation in the front of the home. There's also bricks scattered all across the floor in front of her home. And then right here, windows shattered out and boarded up. And she says that unfortunately, the person who wrecked into her home over the weekend, they didn't walk away like the person did 7 years ago. Valerie Wright lives in this home in the 4,000 block of Point Church Road, and she's lived here for nearly 3 decades. She says Saturday, just after 1 in the morning, a vehicle crashed into the front of her house, and it briefly trapped her into her room. Once she and her 2 kids got out of the house, they found a vehicle flipped upside down in their front yard and 2 young men crawling out of the car screaming, "My sister, my sister." Wright says after several hours, a body was hauled away from her property.
Please adhere to the signs, to the humps, knowing that there are children, there's elderly, there's disabled people. This could very well happen to you, your family. A lady lost her life on my front yard.
Coming up on Fox 13 News at 6, the changes she would like her city council representative to implement, and hear from the city council representative as well. Darcy?